What's up guys, Marcus here, and I've got another video for you for our text series in which I'm gonna break down a Tinder conversation I had with a girl. Now, it's actually a little bit unique and interesting because what we decided to do, we had a lot of guys from our mastermind asking questions about how to sexualize their dates. Because what they found is like they're sitting in front of this girl on a date and it just turns super platonic and they just like fall into this friend zone where they don't have a bad date, right? It's kind of good, they're talking back and forth, they like the girl, like it's interesting, but at the end of the date, it's just friendly. And they usually get messages like, look, I'm not really looking for anything, I'd rather just be your friend, you know, all this stuff, right? And they really found it hard to make that move, right? They really found it hard to have that next step. And so what I thought is we'll teach these guys how to sexualize their dates. And I'll do it in a way where I set up a really friendly, romantic, like asexual frame to begin with. So through text messages, the idea was I won't be sexual like I usually am. And so I'll get on this date with already this like romantic or like friendly frame set up and then sexualize from there. So I want to make it as hard as possible as I can before I get there as a demonstration. So you can actually see that infield of the date. I'll release it in a few days. But for now, let's have a look at the messages. So I open with, I love your smile. Now, the reason I actually did this is I was being a smartass. All her photos didn't really show her face and definitely didn't show a smile. She kind of had her hair covering like side profile pics, and so it was kind of a joke, and she replied with thank you. So she didn't really get it. But anyway, I continued. I don't usually match with shy girls. For everything, it's a first time. I'm not shy, I'm polite. I was like, perfect. I hope you have a little bit of trouble mixed in. She goes, haha, of course, but it depends what you're looking for. Now, whenever someone asks, what are you looking for on Tinder? Don't put all your eggs in one basket and go 100% this is what I want. Because you don't know, right? This could be a girl that is just like super fun and sexual and you don't want something serious with. Could be a girl that's amazing, you really like, and you want maybe something serious later on with. And so, I mean, you don't really know. It does depend on the girl. And that's what I told her. So I said, it depends on the girl, but there has to be sexual and normal chemistry first. And this is the moment I decided this will be the text exchange that I set up as like super platonic and romantic. So I said, but to be specific, she's family orientated. Before I get heat from people who say that not everyone is close to their family, and that doesn't make them a bad person or whatever, that goes without saying. Let's keep in mind that I speak from my own perspective, and to me, a woman who values both her and my family is important when considering a long-term future. I'm sure most men who someday want a family of their own would agree with me. And I continue, right, with this stream of thought. So she's kind-hearted, she is intellectually challenging, she's understanding and empathetic, she's a mature woman, blah, blah, blah. I just keep it like super long-term based. Wow, you totally surprised me in a positive way, she says. I totally agree with you in every point. You just described the ideal partner and almost made me cry. Can you tell me in precise detail exactly what you're looking for? And she does. She fell asleep as she goes into it, like I'm looking for a best friend, blah, blah, respectful, unconditional love, all this, right? Sounds like we're meant for each other, but I need to know something about you first. And she's like, what do you want to know? What are your life ambitions? I see you as self-employed. Now, I mean, you can have a look through these messages. It just continues with this same frame. She starts telling me about her hobbies, her job, her passions. I share those, the same kind of sentiments with her. I tell her that I miss my family. It's been such a long time. She empathizes with that. This kind of goes on for a while, right? Like I just keep it very friendly. Now, then I said, look, I want to know more about you. I want to hear more about your business. I want to hear more about your dogs. Let's set up a date, right? And I said a romantic date. So we agree to go to pizza. I get her number and then I message like, is this a cute girl from Tinder that loves dogs and pizza? She's like, yes, it is. Actually, it's a good combination. I love to eat and the dogs are keeping me fit. You'll need to show me pictures of your dogs on our romantic date. She asked if I'm a life coach. I kind of open loop that a little bit and keep it going. So we agree on Monday night. I then send her a message saying like, I went to the park today and it reminded me of you because everyone was there with their dogs. And so anyway, we end up organizing for a date at a pizza place on Monday. And this is the first time I think I've ever been on a dinner date as a first date in a few years, right? I used to do this a lot, like when I was, much younger, but it's a really bad way to set up a date, right? Because there's nothing sexy about sitting in front of another person and like shoving food into your face. And no one feels sexy after eating, right? You just want to like laze around, undo your belt, sleep, right? Like, so if you are gonna go on a date, right, don't set it up this way. Set up for drinks. It's more fun and like chill and less pressure. Dinner date is like this suffocating presence a lot of the time, especially if it's coupled with this frame of like, in our future, or like girls typically don't find that attractive, right? Think about it. Like if you're a girl and there's this guy that's just so into you before he even knows who you are, you kind of just feel like, look, you're not very picky, right? You're a little bit desperate and you're making a decision before you even know who I am. So it's always good to keep it in the beginning, like fun, flirty, and then see what happens, right? Keep it sexual, keep it fun, but you can see in this case, I test it out. So I go on the dates on the Monday night. You can see the infield of that in a few days. Cold.
Yeah.
That's my platypus. I'll post it up. But if you like this text breakdown, hit me with a thumbs up. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment, and also click subscribe and put the bell notification on. You'll get notified when that video comes out in a few days. Otherwise, peace guys.